What is going on, guys? How's it going today? My name is ZeroTube, and welcome back to another flipping and money-making live stream. Welcome, everybody, on this lovely, lovely Monday evening. Now, we're going to sit back, kick back, try to make some profit today. And we've had mixed results on the exchange, not only today, but just the past couple of days. Items have been very funky, right? We've seen, we had some losses, we had some gains, crazy losses, crazy gains. It's been all around crazy. So I hope you guys are ready to tune in today. And thanks for stopping by today. Drop a like if you do enjoy it. Welcome everybody in the chat. Alejandro, Ice-T, Joshua, I saw you as well, man. Welcome everybody to the stream. And I just want to point it out that I was 1 minute late to start the stream today. And that is the first time I've been late to start a stream in quite some time. So hopefully you didn't notice. Hopefully that minute went by quick. Now, as we are at the exchange today, Deld Rise says, hello, lads. Deld Rise, good to see you, man. Let's get into the flipping today, guys. Dragon Darts. I feel like I always do the Dragon Darts first, but I always feel like they're a good opportunity. So that clearly means something is wrong with my analysis, right? But anyway, let's go ahead and put these in the exchange for 1,000. Oh, actually, we can't say margins anymore. I forgot about that. We started covering margins as well, which I'm sorry. I wish I could show the margins, but recently we haven't really been able to do that successfully. So I kind of have stopped doing it. But welcome, everybody. And let's go ahead and get a few items moving back and forth today. I did forget to mention we are working with 1,154,000,000 GP today, which is quite a lot of GP, I've got to be honest. And it feels like, I don't know, it feels like we should have more, honestly, at this point. But regardless, we did have a lot, but I am currently undergoing an investment right now. So be sure to stick tuned to the channel to actually see how that goes. And let's get into it today. Now, we did the... we have those Dragon Darts listed. I think we're going to go ahead and do some of the Bandos items next. From what I got, it seems like most people in the Discord group today are actually succeeding on their flips a lot more than they were yesterday. So I think markets are probably a little bit better than they were these previous few days. So we're going to try to take advantage of that as best as we can. And we're going to get a couple of these things listed here. And let's see, let's go ahead and list 7 of the Bandos chest plates. We're looking at a pretty good margin on them, about 81k. Very happy with that. We're going to do the same thing with the Bandos Tacets. And then we might even cycle into some Dragon Claws as well. Dragon Claws are such a funky item. And some of you longer term fans on the channel might know that we are kind of cursed when it comes to Dragon Claws. But recently I've been able to flip them pretty successfully. So I guess times have changed. I hope they have, at least. Anyway, we're going to go list these Bandos Tacets here and hopefully get a good margin on those as well. Now, let's, I guess we can do the Dragon Claws too. I just want to get a bunch of flips listed first here on the exchange. And then once we get a lot of stuff listed, of course, we can answer flipping questions. And of course, if you guys do have any flipping questions, let me know. I love to answer flipping questions. That's why we have this entire live streaming series, is to answer your guys' questions day in and day out as they relate to flipping and money making in old school RuneScape. So if you have any questions about what to flip with your cash stack or anything related to flipping, be sure to let me know. I'd love to help you out. Now, we do have a bunch of stuff listed here. I'm going to keep trying to find some good items. Ice-T says the market did go up a lot. I hope so, because it's not even that I want the necessarily, the market to keep going up in price. I mean, I do, so, you know, I can make more on my items. But at the same time, I'm just more concerned about trade volume. I'm hoping the trade volume comes up a little bit. And if it does, that way we're going to be able to succeed in a few more trades than we typically would. And it's good to see everyone today. I'm glad you are in. And the microphone should sound good now. I just wanted to make sure it wasn't glitched out or anything, and I don't think it was. So we are all set to go. Welcome everybody today. Hopefully you are enjoying the stream today. And drop a like if you enjoy it, man. No sound still? I think you guys should be able to hear me. Yeah, I think you guys can hear me. Okay, let me know if that's actually incorrect. Now, let me go ahead and do the rune darts here. We're going to flip the rune darts as they've... Okay, it's back. Thank you, Del Reese. I do appreciate that. We have Rom Taffa popping in as well. He says, RJ is a fake fan. RJ is a fake fan, man. He's not that fake of a fan, okay? He stops by a lot. He supports the channel more than you guys probably even know. So, thanks, RJ. Of course, I'm just kidding around. We're going to list those rune darts. We've got a pretty good margin on those right now, about 9 GP, so that's really, really solid. We got Stakey Boy popping in as well. Good to see you, Stakey. Thanks for stopping by today. And let me go ahead and do the dragon arrows next. I tried to hit the dragon arrows overnight last night, but I actually listed them for too cheap, so we didn't actually flip any. That's a typical problem I have. Another item I actually tried to do last night, which did not succeed, is the volatile orb, and I was so mad because someone else in my Discord group flipped them as well overnight, and he made like, I think like 4 or 5 mil on it, and I looked at his price listing and I was like 1 mil too low. I was like, no, dude, and I had like 3 of them listed, so it was almost perfect, but I fell short on that one, guys. Rest in peace. Snoof says, I won't be satisfied if you make less than 2 mil in the next hour, Sierra. Snoof, I'm just going to call you Snoof, okay? Snoof, I'm going to do it, man. We're going to make 2 mil right here in this session alone. Don't you worry. And it's going to be quick, too. So let me do the Din's Bulwark next. I'm super focused on the flips today, guys. I want to make sure we actually have some items moving back and forth. And if we don't make 2 mil, then I'm going to be pretty sad as well. So, Snoof, I'm going to hold you to it, man. It seems like a good challenge. I mean, I feel like we can, now that we have margins covered, I don't see why we won't be able to make that profit, right? And we'll get a few of these listed as well. We'll put that in there and let it do its thing. And anyway, I flipped the volatile orbs twice. See, I failed. My listing was just a little bit too low. It was close, though. I mean, I will say. Sometimes those items are just a little bit hard to analyze beforehand. But I should have hit it, and unfortunately we didn't. Now, let's do the primordial boots as well. And that'll be a full grand exchange after that. Let me take a look at these, see if we can get a good margin going on them. Ooh, not terrible. I would actually hope it would, I was hoping it would be a little bit better, but that's still pretty good, actually. Let's go ahead and flip 7 of them at a time. We'll sit on top of the 281 mil in the stack. We're probably going to have a little bit of trouble selling these rune darts if I had to guess. But anyway, we'll keep a close eye on it. Ascend Winter says, trade volumes on the primordial boots is really good today. It's funny because one of my Discord members, World of RS, he's been around for a long time. He recommended I try to flip the primordial boots more often. And since he's recommended that to me, I've actually started flipping them more and more. And I find that recently, at least, the margins have been very, very good on them. So thanks for the recommendation, I guess. They've been a really good item for me. I'll look up his name in the Dutch translator and hear it right. I will do my best, Ice-T. My pronunciation is quite bad. I feel like I butcher a lot of people's names when they come in here. And we got all those Abyssal Bludgeons as well, so we're going to turn around and sell all of those here. I'm hoping, like I was saying in the beginning of the stream, I'm hoping that a lot of our trades are going to succeed without too much difficulty today. The lower volumes are making things a lot tougher. So it's not a great situation, but we're going to do our best. Lewintag, good to see you. Thanks for stopping in. Druv Dylan says, what is the Discord name if it is public? It is Siratube's Flipping Chat. We also have a link in the description below to the Discord group, Druv, if you would like to join that as well. We would love to have you in there. We post a bunch of our own personal flips in there, and we have some tips and tricks and strategies that we talk about in there a lot as well. So if you're someone that's looking to grow their cash stack through flipping, that Discord group is an amazing place to be. We are over 1,500 members currently, so we'd love to have you join. Ajidor popping in as well. He says, hi, dude. What is up, Ajidor? Good to see you, man. Thanks for stopping by today, guys. 26 people in here today. Leave a like if you are enjoying the stream, guys. Really, a like helps me out a ton. We've got some things going on with the channel here recently, which you guys will see very, very shortly. We've got a lot coming. I've been working on videos, but there's just more. There's actually something else more than videos that I'm not going to talk about quite yet, but you'll see it very, very soon on the channel. And I hope you guys are looking forward to that, even though you don't know what it is. And I just hope you support me through it. Anyway, you'll see what I mean soon. Chris Harrington says, how come every time I'm here, you're negative with 100 million GP? Chris, maybe you're bad luck. No, typically in the beginning of our sessions, we go down a lot in gold as we have to perform a margin check in game to see what the item is actually trading for. So in the beginning of the session, most of the time we go negative immediately because we perform 8 different margin checks, and that puts us into the negative a good bit. I pretty much right before you got here, I think we were down like 450k, but we're already up 94k as we are selling off some of our flips. Of course, you don't have to do manual margin checks in game if you don't want, but I find it extremely helpful too because that is going to give you the most accurate price and just give you the best margin for your item, and you'll succeed on trades more often. Ajidor says, do you guys have any tips for Vorkath? I just completed Dragon Slayer 2 and got a blue dragon task, so I really want to start learning Vorkath. Yes, Ajidor, here's a amazing tip for you. Every 7 normal attacks that Vorkath does, after 7 attacks, he will do a special attack, and the special attack will rotate between poison, his acid phase, like the poison, and the scorpion phase. So if you count 7 auto attacks, you know exactly when the special attack is coming. Hopefully that tip helps you out. That literally changed Vorkath for me. It made it so much easier for me. The Winteg says, satire incoming. I hate it when you say if you're enjoying like, because every time I join, I hit that like button. The Winteg, thank you so much, man. Do appreciate the support on that. I'm glad you enjoy these live streams. I love streaming for you guys. It's like my favorite thing to do. By far my favorite hobby. I think I sold that wrong. Did I sell that wrong? No, I didn't. Wow, that thing went way up in price. Holy moly. If we instantly sold that, that's crazy. Anyway, we still have 113k profit on it, so that's not too bad at all. And now we have another slot open as well, so let's rotate into the Pegasian boots. We'll give that a shot as well here and see if we can get any luck with it. That's honestly not great, I gotta be honest. We're probably just going to avoid that, honestly. Let me try the... Now, this is going to be a risky one, guys. Not going to lie. The crossbow. Now, the crossbow has crashed a ton in price. It's coming down from its high price. Just today, actually, I think was the main day it's made some price movement. And holy cow, this thing's going to have a big margin. We got to be careful with this thing, man. We're going to hit it anyway, though, because why not? I love doing these things live. Let's risk it. Let's try to hit this margin and see if we can succeed on it. Wow, that's quite a big margin. Probably not going to overcut too much on it because I do expect a lot of people are probably dumping their crossbows. So we might be able to snag a nice little flip off of that. Ascend Winter says, I went through all 14 prims within 3 minutes about an hour ago. That's insane. In 3 minutes, you bought and sold a full limit of primordials? That's freaking crazy, man. Well, congrats on that, I guess. That's some free bank right there. Waterproof 07 says, hey, it's good to see you. Waterproof, every time you come in here, I see your name, and then I'm like, I just think vial of water. For some reason, I don't know why, I just think of it. But anyway. We are getting those Abyssal Bludgeons off. Now, we are well on our way to making profit today. It's actually looking... Oh my god, excuse me. It's actually looking like it's going to be a very, very good session today. And I'm not going to sit on these Dragon Darts for too long either, because these things have been crazy volatile recently, and I do not want to miss out on that margin. We also finished up on all the Abyssal Bludgeons, which was really good, and I think we'll go ahead and flip some Justiciar sets here. It should be a decent flip for us to execute on today. The only problem with the Justiciar sets is they do take quite a bit of time, and the margin on them is also actually not that great either, so... I'm actually not very happy about that. We'll still flip it anyway, but I was hoping it was going to be a little bit better than that. We're just going to flip 3 of them and see how it goes. We also have 362 mil still as well. Let's do the Bandos God Sword, something that's going to flip a bit quicker that still might have a pretty good margin today. Like I mentioned earlier in the stream, I do think that items are kind of settling a little bit. The past couple of days, you know, since leaks came out, basically, these items have been very volatile in price. There's been not a lot of trade action back and forth, as we have most of the majority. I don't know if it's most of the majority of people playing the Trailblazer leagues, but regardless, I expect more people to start coming back to the main game, so volumes should increase a little bit here. And why am I voice cracking so much today? What's going on? Fast as Frick says, Ascend Winter, I'm assuming on the Primordial Boots trade, but the margin was 30k-ish. That's what you're typically going to get on Primordial Boots, is like 30 to 50k, and I do find that they trade quite fast as well, but 3 minutes for a full limit, definitely not that fast. Suki Bookie says, yo, what's up, man? Good to see you, Suki. Thank you for stopping by today. You've been popping into a lot of the streams recently, so I do appreciate that, man. Ezio TV says, did you see the blood runes are going down? I did not see that. What are blood runes at right now? And we have Citizen 23, also known as Lord Gothix, popping in. He says water delivery. Okay, we'll come take it, man, as I take a sip of my own water here. Ah, that's crisp. Now we are up 581k on the session so far. Lots of profit to have today. And, oh, I didn't see you, man. Sorry. I wasn't looking for you, Lord Gothix. And we've got 10 vials of water coming in from Lord Gothix. Oh, 13,000 vials of water. Never mind. Thank you, Lord Gothix, for the waters, man. We're going to put that right into the stack. I think we have 22 million vials of water right now, which is absolutely insane, guys. Thanks for all the water over the years. It's been an insane collection. We're just going to sit back, kick back on the Grand Exchange here, try to make a little bit of GP. We're going to sit on these crossbows for quite some time. I think I'm going to let them go for like 8 minutes and see if we actually end up buying any. I don't want to move the margin up too much because I do think they're on a downward trend as of right now. So I will be looking to buy into them. Suki says, I got my black mask and 2 whips. The first one despawned because I logged off to eat, but I got the second. I'm assuming that's in Trailblazer as well. Congratulations on that. My Trailblazer gains have been quite small so far, but don't worry, we will be getting back to that. The Wintag says, you think Dragon Hunter crossbow will get back to 100 mil plus? Probably one day, yeah, it will. I don't know if it's going to happen anytime soon. I haven't really taken a look at it or done an analysis on it. But guys, I have some good news though. The investing guide that I've put together is ready to be uploaded. That will be going live Wednesday on the channel, Wednesday at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The investing guide will be going live. Now, this investing guide is like the most detailed guide I've ever made. It literally took me like 8 hours to make it. I made it all on, I think it was Saturday. I did it all, no, it was Sunday. I did it all of yesterday, and I completed the entire thing for you guys. So I hope you are excited for that. It's super, super detailed, so I'm not like, you might get a little bit bored watching it, okay? But it is a really, really good video, and it's going to teach you all the tips, tricks, and strategies that I use to make my investments in old school RuneScape. And I would say with moderate success. So I hope the strategies that I show you in that video are going to help you out. And that way, those of you that are looking to make investments instead of doing all these active flips are actually going to get to see how I do it. I also have a video coming up as well that's going to walk through an entire investment so this video I do shows an analysis of how I do an analysis on an investment, but I'm going to do a step-by-step walkthrough of an entire investment from end to end, and that's going to come out maybe in 2 weeks or so. Citizen 23 says, I'm investing on all of the combat rings, specifically the archers and berserker rings. Lord Guthix, why? I'm just curious. Why are you investing in this item? Why do you think it is going to be a good investment? Let me know in the live chat. I'd love to know, man. hope you've done your due diligence on it and everything. Of course, with every investment, I don't want anyone to lose money, so always be very, very careful, guys, when you are doing investments in old school RuneScape. It is something that is extremely risky, and you can lose a lot of your gold doing it, so I would just be very, very careful every time you decide to make an investment. Also, sometimes you have to wait a long time for those items to go up in price, and sometimes they don't go up as fast as you thought they would. So you can be sitting on them, again, for quite some time. Let me go ahead and relist these Bandos chest plates. We're going to go 5.9. Let's see. I don't know if that's going to work, but I do want to sell those off as they're kind of taking up a slot. We actually almost made a mill on the bludgeons. That's pretty crazy. I did not expect that. Let's try the Saradomin Godsword. Now, this one is definitely one of the riskier items we're going to do today. This thing fluctuates so much in price, like, it is crazy. Also, a lot of people who flip the Saradomin Godsword, they don't really realize that this thing takes a long time to trade. This thing is not a quick trade at all. It actually takes a significant amount of time. You just have to be really patient flipping this thing. I'll list a few of those, though. Lord Gothic says they always go up in winter. It could be a lot of people are on holiday break. They want to go ahead and put some money into RuneScape, and maybe their lower level accounts, they want to go ahead and buy the rings. Personally, I haven't taken a look at it, so I couldn't tell you if it's going to be a good investment or not. I probably won't be investing in the combat rings, but to those of you who are, or to those of you who might, best of luck doing so. I can evaluate in the Discord. Perfect, Lord Guthix. I'm looking forward to it, man. Anyway, guys, thank you for joining me today on this lovely Monday evening. Drop a like if you are enjoying. It does help me out a lot. Subscribe to the channel if you want to see more content like this. And, of course, join us in our Discord group as well. There is a link in the description below to that. We'd love to have you in there. And, anyway. Mario Run says, "Are you Ben Shapiro?" I am not Ben Shapiro. Dude, okay. We don't even have the same hairstyle, okay? We don't have the same hairstyle. Our eyebrows look completely different. I'm taller than him, and my hair's not black, man. I don't look like Ben Shapiro. Why does everyone say this? I don't look like him. What, you never seen someone wearing a suit before? Come on, man. Come on, man. Anyway, we need to cut back on these primordial boots. My commentary is all over the place today. I do apologize. But Mario Runs, by the way, good to see you, man. Thanks for stopping in. Coming in with the Ben Shapiro meme, dude. And we're going to cap on those Bandos chest plates. We did make 144k on them, which is actually still pretty good. Going to cycle into the Dragon Hunter Lance next as well. We're going to see what kind of margin we can get on the Lance here. And not a great margin. I'll just flip a few of these. Deld Rees says, "What world are you chilling in?" Every time I'm flipping Deld Rees, I flip in World 321. So if you want to come join me in game, you can find me in World 321. And if I'm not in World 321, it's for two reasons. One, I'm checking my flips on mobile, or two, I am not flipping. Those would be the only two reasons I wouldn't be in World 321. That's like the home flipping world. And of course, if you guys want to join us as well in our clan chat, you can join us with the clan chat SeroTube. We'd love to have you in there. Profits are going really, really well so far. We're almost rolling up on 1 mil here about 23 minutes into the stream today. Looks like markets are doing really well right now. And if you're not flipping, then I highly recommend you log on, flip some items back and forth, and let me know, what are you succeeding with as far as your flips go? What have you flipped today that's worked out for you? I'm always looking for some good items to try myself, so if you want to share them, feel free. And we're going to buy all those Amethyst crystals as well. We're going to turn around and sell these Dragon Hunter Lances. It seems like the flips are going pretty quick today. I don't know if it has something to do with covering the margins or not, but it is going pretty well so far. The only thing that's not going well are the crossbows. That's the only thing. We're going to knock them up one more time. If they don't buy, then we're out of the item completely, man. Try to get a few of these listed. Let's hope they don't crash on us or anything, and we'll just sit back, kick back, and watch those flips go. We also got those Dragon Hunter Lances off. The margin was pretty small on the Dragon Hunter Lance. We're only looking at about 30k, so I just flipped a few of those and cycled out of it. I didn't think it was worth trying to hit it more than that, because honestly, you don't want to flip an expensive item if the margin isn't good enough. Typically, if I margin check a really expensive item and the margin is small, I'll just flip it like twice to make up for the margin cost, and then I'll just move on, because you don't want those items crashing on you if the margin is small. Vigora's Zamorak and Hasta and Armadyl chestplate should land you some decent profit. I will take a look at those. Snoof, thank you very much. And Alejandro says Armadyl chain skirt was my best flip today. So it seems like the Armadyl might be the move here. So we're definitely going to take a look at some of those items here. Let's do the Armadyl. This is a risky one, the Armadyl chain skirt, but I'm going to go ahead and do it anyway. The chain skirt is quite a risky item. So we're going to execute it here and see if we can make some money on it. Kind of a funky margin on this right now, I gotta be honest. 3-3, okay. Yeah, I think that's fine for a listing. We're gonna be getting about, I don't know, what are we gonna get on those? Maybe 60k or so. So we're gonna list a few of those, let them do their thing. We'll also cycle into the Armadyl chestplate as well. We'll see if we can get a good margin going on that. And, for some reason, I don't know what it is, but I never find that the Armadyl chestplate and the chain skirt are very consistent flips at all. I actually find that they have quite a weird trading pattern, if that makes sense. I don't know if you guys like understand that. Have you ever just flipped a bunch of items? Like you flip one item back and forth on a lot of your sessions, right? And you kind of like learn how the item trades pattern wise. I don't know. Do any of you notice that? Personally, it's pretty noticeable for me at least. Armadyl chain skirt had a 300k margin yesterday as well, says Ascend Winter. We're not going to quite get 300k on them tonight, but I'll definitely keep an eye out for them in the future. Nice method to hide your margins. Saraha, it is great to see you, man. Bludgeon clutch. I think we got pretty lucky on those. What did we flip them for? We flipped them for, what was it? 947k in total. Can't read today. 118k each, and that was our margin right there. We bought them for 38,735,000, sold them for 38,854,000. Very, very nice. Ascend Winter says everything comes and buys and sells in waves for me at the same time. It's like as if the GE system updates. Yeah, I feel like, I don't know what it is, but at least these past few days at least, the Grand Exchange has been really weird. Basically all the way up until now, I've been having a lot of trouble hitting flips. You know, it's weird because a lot of these like lower volume items I haven't really had trouble, or yeah, the lower volume stuff I haven't really had trouble with. It's more so like any PVM related gear I actually have been struggling with. I find it really hard to sell the items. I don't know if you guys feel that way as well, but I'm finding it extremely hard to sell some of these things. Anyway, let's go ahead and flip the Carol's leather top, guys. Let's see how that goes. Really bad margin on that today. You can even look at that. I guess really, really bad. Don't love that margin, that's for sure. Yeah, I think it's more so that the Grand Exchange, there's just less trades going on, more people playing leagues right now. But one thing that is really, really positive for the longevity of the game, and something that actually might bring item prices up a little bit overall, is, I don't know if you guys noticed this, but RuneScape last night hit 170,000 active players in the game. That is an amazing sign for the longevity of the game, for the state of the game, and just showing how much this game is growing. It's incredible to see those kind of numbers on a game that came out in like 2004. So that's just a really, really good sign for the game. And I think the Trailblazer League is getting a lot of coverage, and it's bringing more people to actually play the game. So maybe they'll convert to longtime members, and maybe they'll stick with us. That would be great for driving demand on some of these items. And anyway. Saraha says, got a beer next to you. I don't have a beer next to me, unfortunately. I don't have any beer with me today. That's the problem. Otherwise, I probably would have one, but I'm actually traveling for the next couple of days, so I didn't buy any beer. So anyway. enough of that, I guess. Let's go ahead and get another item listed. I'm gonna do the house teleport, or the teleport to house tabs. But the reason I want to do these is just these past couple, like since League started, basically, the house teleports have been a really good performer for me. They've been pulling in a lot of money. I just think because there's less traded. Ooh, it's a really bad margin today. Never mind, we're going to stay away from that. Instead, we're going to flip something really simple. The Abyssal Whip. The Abyssal Whip is a great flip, although the margin is quite small, but they do trade pretty fast, which is why I like them. I kind of like them as like a filler item that you put in another slot. Don't worry, there's plenty of items that trade very frequently back and forth that we can use that aren't necessarily resource items. And another one of those items would be the Dragon Pickaxe, which yesterday was making an absolute killing for me. I almost made a mill on them alone yesterday, but not quite. It was really, really close though. Now, typically these are a very competitive flip as well. You have to constantly monitor your margin on these because a lot of people want to get in and flip them, I guess. I don't really know what it is. Even with Trailblazers, these are pretty difficult, or with and without, they're still difficult. So I don't really know what the deal is with those. Ice-T says 50% bots. I don't think it's 50% bots. If it was 50% bots, then I would be shocked. It's maybe like 20% bots. That would be my guess. I mean, Trailblazers, I don't think is bringing in any bots overall. I would have to guess probably not that many that weren't at least botting before, right? If there still are bots in the main game, they're probably botting way before Trailblazers. Let's go ahead and sell the Cereoma Godsword here. It's just not really buying at this point, and it's better we just get it off for a profit. Lewinteg says, as was stated, bots, but another thing a lot of people don't consider, I'd say, is at least 30 to 40% of RuneScape players play multiple accounts at once. Like me, for instance, I always have at least 2 up to 6. Wow, you do 6? Man, that's crazy. 6 accounts at once? I don't know if I could do that. I can barely do 4. And sometimes I sign into 4 accounts just to flip, which is pretty crazy. Bo Rosso or Rosso, again, correct me if I pronounce your name wrong, of course, but he says, hello, Sierra, I just joined the Discord. Greetings from Venezuela. Good to see you, man. Thank you for stopping by today. I'm glad you joined us on Discord as well. And how do you like it? Do you like the Discord group? I hope it's helpful for you, man. I think a lot of people come find the channel and they join the Discord group, and it just like extends their, I guess, flipping experience and just community experience with all the content I provide. I think a lot of people like the Discord group a lot. It's pretty helpful, if I have to say so myself. Maybe some people in the live chat can vouch for it as well. You know, it's one thing coming from me, it's another coming from some of our members. Anyway, we're going to keep a close eye on a lot of these flips here. The Armadillo chain skirts are looking a little bit stale, so we'll have to maybe cut back on those here. I'm not exactly sure yet. We did pass the 1 mil mark, though, which is really, really good so far. We just came up on 33 minutes. And as long as we succeed on a few of these flips, we should be well on our way to the 2 mil mark. And look at that, man. What's happening? I think a lot of price recovery is starting to happen because that's like our 3rd item that we've basically instant sold, and we are selling them for the correct margins, guys. Look, we did walk away with a pretty good profit on those alone. 98k on the Armadillo chain skirts. We only were able to do 4 of them, I believe. Yeah, we were only able to flip 4, which kind of stinks, but it is what it is, really. Let's do the Elder Maul as well, maybe. And I was thinking we could try and do the Dexterous Prayer Scroll too, but I'm not really sure if I want to go ahead and flip that quite yet. Not a great margin on the Elder Maul, but guys, look, here, hold on. Let me pull up GE Tracker, guys. We're gonna get a big item listed, and since we don't actually have, or you can't see the margins anymore, right? We're gonna go ahead and do the Scythe of Vitur. I just have to take a good look and see what we can buy this thing for. Looks like it's relatively stable at this current point in time. Let me just take a closer look. Okay, it's going to be hard to get a good listing on this, but I'm going to do my best. We might have to sit on it for quite some time. And we got all the Dragonfire shields as well. We're going to turn around and sell those. Really great session so far, guys. Hope you are enjoying it. Definitely drop a like if you are. It really does help me out a lot. Ice-T is also heading out as well. He says he's going to go to sleep. See you later, Ice-T. Thank you for stopping by today. And I hope you enjoyed the stream, man. Drop a like if you did. And Olav popping in as well. He says, hi, SeroTube. Just wanted to say, hey, before I go to bed. It's almost 1 a.m. here. I feel bad for all the European viewership. Like, I'm sorry. This is my only time I can stream during the week, so I do apologize for that. And I just appreciate you guys stopping by and checking it out anyway, even before you go to bed. Like, thank you for stopping by and saying hi. Like, it honestly means a lot to me. So, thank you for seeing my video, stopping by, popping in, saying hey, hopefully dropping a like, and have a good rest, I guess. I don't know. Hopefully you don't have any nightmares or anything like that. Flipping nightmares. Stream 1 hour earlier. I can't. I have work, sadly. I would stream all day if I could. I'm telling you. Anyway, let's go ahead and sell these Armadyl chest plates. Considering that the Armadyl chain skirts sold pretty quickly, I can't imagine the Armadyl chest plates won't. We still have 18 mil to put to work. I'm going to try and do something like the mahogany logs, maybe. We'll take a look at these. Something like a little more high volume that we can go ahead and try, although it's not super high volume, so you actually tend to get a little bit better of a margin on it than you would with some other items. So anyway, we're gonna list a bunch of those, let them do their thing. Welcome everybody today, and thanks for stopping by on this lovely Monday stream. Leave work earlier. I can't just leave my corporate job whenever I want, although again, I wish I could. We're just sitting back, kicking back, checking on some flips. Guys, if you have any questions about what to flip with your cash stack or anything related to flipping in general, please let me know. I would love to help you out, love to answer your questions. Currently in this session, we're up to 1.38 million GP, and we're currently averaging a 2.3 mil GP per hour rate. It's looking pretty good so far, cannot deny that. Let me adjust the tie, make sure it looks good. We got a bank stand properly, guys. Can't forget about that. Give me 1 second. I'm just going to fill up my water here. As we come into the second leg of the flipping session, again, things are going pretty well right now. I'm actually pretty happy about these dragon pickaxes. I think they're going to sell pretty quickly here. Like I said earlier, the dragon pickaxes are a very competitive flip. Even with less trades going on, so many people love to flip the dragon pickaxes. And it just honestly makes for a very, very competitive item. But in its current state, it has been very rewarding. Get a good time for EU, please. We have the Saturday streams that are on at noon my time, which is like 6, I think 5 or 6 EU time, which I feel like that's pretty good. Anyway, no luck on the scythe yet. We're gonna sit on it and see if we can actually go ahead and flip one. I really hope we can. Now that we have the margins covered, I'm so excited to start flipping these higher margin items on stream. I think it's going to be a lot of fun, and I can do it live, walk you guys through the process of how I'm doing it. I can't show the margin, which is kind of sad, but once I complete it, I can show it, so that's nice. Let's go ahead and do 3.5 and adjust that. All right. He is getting water. I'm really going to be going then. Have a good night, Sierra. See you later, Ice-T. Thank you for stopping by today, and I hope you enjoyed. Drop a like if you did. Ezio TV says, are you in college? No, I am not. I am graduated. I was, though. Basically, when we started the channel, I was still in school. How long ago was that? 2016? Del Bree says, got some water for you in game. All right, I'll back out of the Grand Exchange here. I'm assuming this is you. You've got the same name, so I would imagine it is. 3,000 vials of water coming in from Deldrees. Thank you, man. Really do appreciate the vials. It's a long time channel meme that we collect vials of water, so I really do appreciate it. I think we're up to 22 million vials at this point in time, which is, to be quite honest, that is insane. It's just crazy. Let's go ahead and go back in on top of these dragon pickaxes. Again, like I mentioned, super competitive flip all the time. It's never an easy item to flip. You have to sit on the margin very, very closely. And then I think after that, we're going to rotate into some of the Zenite jewelry as well. So the Amulet of Torture, the Ring of Suffering, maybe the Tormented Bracelet as well. Although that hasn't really been flipping as good. $70 mil in the stack. We're not going to sit too long on the Dragon Pickaxe because I might have lost the margin on it. But anyway. Let's give this Scythe a little bit of a bump as well. The only thing about flipping the Scythe on stream that is going to be difficult is actually finding that margin, because I don't want to perform a manual margin check, of course, as it is very expensive. I wouldn't do that off stream as well, but it's just like one of those items where you have to... Since we usually do these streams for an hour, we have to like slowly inch up the margin until we actually buy one, and then once we get one, we can go ahead and turn it around. But until you find the margin, it's pretty slow to flip, I'll put it that way. Which I guess makes sense. We're also going to knock the Din's Bulwark down just a little bit here, guys. Because not only is it about succeeding on our flips in the session alone, it's about how fast we succeed on them. If you're sitting on a flip for too long, you're actually losing GP per hour, right? So you want to make sure that you're not holding onto any buy offers or sell offers for too long of a period of time. It's not going to be a great margin, but yeah, we kind of just want to get out of that. I think we're going to do the Amulet of Torture next. The reason I did want to get out of those dragon arrows is we have a lot of GP to work with still. So if we're sitting on them for too long, we're just wasting another GE slot. This is where I would recommend multiple accounts to be very useful, because if you have multiple accounts, then obviously letting a flip sit for a long period of time isn't as much of a waste, because if you only have one account, you're only taking up that one slot. But if you have two accounts, then you have plenty of slots to work with. But it will lock up your GP, so that kind of deteriorates your GP per hour, but not as much as having a slot filled would. Anyway, guys, thank you for tuning in today. 26 people in here today, 20 likes. Thank you guys for tuning in. Now, if you have any questions about what to flip with your cash stack or anything related to flipping in old school RuneScape, please let me know. I would love to help you out, give you some recommendations, and yeah, just let me know what kind of GP you're working with, what your cash stack is, and I can definitely help you out, and, you know, maybe give you some more items to flip, maybe just teach you some flipping strategies, whatever it is, just let me know. Sitting back, kicking back here on the exchange today, those Armadillo chest plates are actually doing really good. They might take us, they're not going to take us over the 2 mil mark, but they're going to take us pretty close, which I'm very happy about. Also, we're still waiting on the Scythe to buy, so we just need to watch that a little bit. I don't really want to move it up too much, like, in price, because here's the problem is, if you're too aggressive moving up the price of a higher, like, margin item, then you're going to buy in for a bad price, and then you're going to lose money. It happens almost every single time I do that, so I just need to be a little bit careful. PB Zilsi, apologies if I pronounced your name wrong, but he says, I play RS3, but first time here. Keep up the good work and the grind, dude. Thank you, PB. Do appreciate it, man. I'm glad you enjoy the content, even though you are a RuneScape 3 player. And I actually have a question for you. Do you flip in RS3? I find that a lot of people that, you know, join my channel, they also play RS3, and they typically do flipping on there as well. And they tell me that margins are better and they're less competitive. So maybe you can confirm that for me if you play both games. I'm not sure if you do, but yeah, people tell me that RS3 flipping is actually quite good. But anyway, let's go ahead and do another item here. I'm going to do the toxic blowpipe. We do have a lot of money, 222 mil to work with, but the thing is, the toxic blowpipe is such a quick flip, so we might be able to secure a quick coin on that without too much resistance. We will be able to, but the margin is quite bad, so I'm actually going to flip the granite maul next, which is an item I basically never do here in the game. And the reason I never do it is because it's so cheap, but the reason I'm going to do it today is because the margins have moved a lot on this thing recently, but they haven't moved enough, unfortunately, for us to go ahead and take advantage of it. Now, we will be doing the Necklace of Anguish. As I said, I was going to check some of the Zenite jewelry, so let me check that Necklace of Anguish as well. I hope we can get a nice little margin on this thing. Come on, give it to me. Oh yeah, we'll definitely go ahead and take that. We're going to list that for slightly above the margin, but not by much. And we're going to flip a few of those. We'll get 7 of those listed, and we're going to let them do their thing today. Also, we finished up on those Dragonfire shields, which did really, really well. What is that? Our third best flip of today. 223k in profit. Very, very nice, guys. Let's go back and do the Zamorak Hasta, maybe? Haven't really flipped this thing the past few days, but it does look like it is on a little bit of a price recovery. The Zamorak Hasta did dip below 14 mil, but it's already back above that, so nothing to be too concerned about. It's probably easier if I just do that. Okay, we'll get a few of those going. We'll let them do their thing. We also got all of the Amulets of Torture. Let's go ahead and list them, and it should be really easy. That might take us over the 2 mil mark right there. Also, we're at 2.5 mil at GP per hour. I think things are going a lot better now that we've started covering the margins here, and we honestly have not done that in a long, long time. Like, we you know, didn't cover margins for years. PB, oh, sorry, let me get to Del DeReese's comment first. He says, what would you recommend flipping right now? I only have 18 mil to work with. Del DeReese, if you're flipping with 18 mil, first of all, just keep in mind that making GP per hour is going to be a little bit tougher, but 18 mil is plenty of GP to start with. I would recommend you go ahead and flip items like very high volume items you're going to want to start with, of course. Like magic logs would be really good. Magic hogs, mahogany logs, mahogany planks, oak planks, air orbs, battle stabs, monkfish, sharks, manta rays. What else can you do? Adamant darts, rune darts would be really good as well. That should be a good list to start. That's just off the top of my head too. And we have a whole entire flipping list that you guys can use. It's for public use. It is in our Discord group. A link in the description below to that. This Discord group is basically a flipping community where we share flips with each other and we share strategies. So if you guys are interested in joining us on Discord, be sure to join us with the link in the description below. PB says, I do flip. They are better and less competition, but the market, excuse me, is similar, as in if you miss the margin, it could be rough. I used to play old school RuneScape, but I gave that away to an IRL friend a while back. Well, man, you should join us on old school RuneScape again, man. We're always looking for new players, and you would be a returning player, of course, but we could always use another member. A Demon Rat says, hey, I just got into flipping in free-to-play to earn a bond. Just wanted to say thanks. Your vids are super helpful. He actually says, thanks for your super helpful tutorials. You don't even say super. Okay, I read it. I have this, like, weird form of dyslexia where it will insert words into the text. So, I got the interpretation of the message correct, but I just couldn't read it out loud correctly. I see, I think it was because when I was younger, I would just rush home to play RuneScape and I wouldn't do my homework, so that's probably why. Anyway, thank you, Demon Rat. I'm so glad you enjoy the videos, and let me know what video do you like the most, which guide has been the most helpful for you. I definitely want to make content that you guys enjoy, so just let me know, man. Let's also go ahead and list the Tormented Bracelet. I mean, we've done the Tortures and the Anguishes, so we might as well try the Tormented Bracelets as well. We also just passed the 2 mil mark, excuse me, here on the stream today, so really good, but really bad margin on those Tormenteds, although we are having good luck on the Dragon Pickaxes. Tyla says, hi dude, did I miss anything? I just got here. Nope, you haven't missed anything yet, except a really profitable session. 48 minutes into the stream today, guys. 2.2 mil in profit. Really, really good profit so far. We also have Awesomeness. He says, flip the Dragonfire Shield if you haven't, or the Serpentine Helmet. We haven't done the Serpentine Helmet yet, but I'm happy to give that a shot. I was going to do a different item, but we did check the, the Toxic Blowpipe, and we didn't have a good margin on that. And typically, if the Toxic Blowpipe has a good margin, the Serpentine Helm does as well. And it doesn't have an amazing margin, but it is in flipping territory, so I will definitely give that a shot. Typically, when I'm flipping the Serpentine Helmet, I'm looking for at least a 10k margin, and it is within that range right now. We're getting a little bit over 10k on that flip, so maybe it's a little bit lower than it was. We did flip the Dragonfire Shields, though, earlier today, and we made 223k on the Dragonfire Shields, which was actually better than I expected. The Dragonfire Shields these past couple of days, maybe the past week or so, have been really, really good. Ever since Trailblazers came out, the Dragonfire Shield has been outstanding. Usually averaging, like, I don't know, maybe 30k margins at least on those. It's pretty good for a smaller cash tag, too. I think it costs, like, what, 3.9 mil a round? So it's a pretty affordable flip. Also, we need to cut back on these Amethyst crystals as well. And we'll sell those, no problem. It doesn't look like we're going to have any luck with the scythe today, so I'm just going to back out of it. Let's do the... Let me think here. Let's do the Imbued Heart next. That's a good one. Toxic Staff has a good margin right now. We'll take a look at that in the next open slot. I want to see if we can get something good going on the Imbued Heart, which we can. Don't know what I'm going to list for exactly, but definitely going to put a good number in there. List that, let it do its thing. We should be making about 70k on those. Toxic Staff. I do like flipping the Toxic Staff, but I find it flips kind of slowly, and I'm a little bit different with my flips than I think some of you are. I value speed in my flips, which, you know, if you don't value speed, that's not a bad thing. If you're going for just profit, that's fine. But to me, it matters how fast an item flips, because I'm trying to move through as many items as I can. If something doesn't have a great margin, that's okay, as long as I can flip it really quickly. For example, the Primordial Boots, sometimes if they only have a 15k margin, I'll still flip the item because I know they sell pretty quickly, like they buy and sell pretty quick, because the volume is very high, right? So I will usually trade those even if it's a smaller margin, just because I know it's some free GP. Not always free, of course, but most of the time. Lewintag says, did you see how much Old School made off those crossbows? I have not seen it. I did see his video popped up on my feed, but I haven't gotten around to watching it yet. Let me take a guess. I'm hoping he made, let me think. He's a pretty wealthy player, so my guess would be he made over 600 mil on the crossbows. Let me know, Lewintag, how much he made. I'm actually curious if my guess is accurate. PB says, I prefer speed. Also means you don't crash the profit differences. That's true as well. If an item has a smaller margin, typically it is at a more stable place, right? If the margin's bigger, it's less likely you're going to hit it for that margin. You know, I could talk about that forever, but anyway, let's go ahead and flip some more items here. We're going to try to do the Carol's armor set. We are coming up on the last 10 minutes or so of the session here today, guys, so I want to see if I can squeeze out any more profit here at the end. And as you guys see, I haven't flipped any really expensive items today. I mean, most of the stuff that I have flipped today, I tried to flip the scythe, but we didn't succeed on it. Oops, I mislisted that. I tried to flip the scythe, but we didn't succeed. So this profit per hour, this session is very achievable by, I would say, probably not an average player, but someone who's got maybe around 200 mil to work with. Like, you could flip all of these items without a huge difficulty. And we've got all those mahogany logs sold off. That was a really good flip. Another flip that's been really good recently is the magic logs. They've been trading around 975 to 1k like these past 5 or so days. I typically look at my item prices like week by week. So when I say it's been good these past few days, I mean it's been good like the past 7 or so days. That's typically how I keep track of items mentally, at least. And you might be like, how does he remember that? Trust me, I have a really good memory for numbers, and I'm flipping all the time, so I tend to have a good idea of where things are. I don't know if that's a good thing or not, but anyway, I'm still here making videos, right? So Angel says, hi, I'm new to the channel. I check your videos. Great content. Thank you, Angel. Thank you so much. It really means a lot when people come in here. They say, hey, I'm new, or like, hey, I really enjoy your content. Like, thanks for checking it out. I really appreciate that, and it means a lot to me. So thank you so much. Thank you for all the positive feedback, guys. And drop a like if you're enjoying this stream. Helps me out a lot. Mage/range sets, but a few over 5%. Oh, you've been flipping a lot of Third Age. Dude, Third Age is like such an interesting item to flip because for the most part, it's primarily a cosmetic. So it's not traded that frequently. And like, I would say margins on Third Age are not really that stable most of the time, but a lot of people can make bank off of it. So I'm actually glad it's working out for you, I assume. Honest Comment says, having issues with the Discord link, any other way to join? Honest Comments, what is wrong with the Discord link? It's just giving you an error. Should be a pretty accurate link, but I can also post the link again for you. See if this one works, man. Post it in the live chat for you right there. Pure Envy says, what's up? I just found out about your Discord. I do a lot of flipping with billions, says Pure Envy. Good to hear it, man. We'd love to have you in the Discord group as well. We're always looking for less experienced flippers to teach them and help them get better at flipping. But we also want experienced members as well, right? Because we want more people to coach, smaller flippers, as long as you're interested. And we'd love to see the flips you're doing as well. We encourage people to post their flips and stuff like that. Mitchell Wolf says, hey, Sierra, good to see you're grinding again. Mitch, good to see you, man. We have Al-Tararwa. Hopefully I said that right. I probably butchered it. But he says, is it worth it to flip if you have 5 to 7 mil? Personally, I don't recommend people try to start flipping for actual profit until about 10 mil. But you can start to learn how flipping works with 5 mil or above. That's my personal recommendation, of course. You can do it with 1 mil or less. But anyway. I would recommend you start flipping when you have a 10 mil cash stack. I think that's when you're actually going to start to see profits that are pretty decent. And if you have like a 10 mil cash stack, you probably don't have access to things like Zulrah yet. You might, but typically you've probably got a little bit more money if you're starting to get to Zulrah at that point. Bam Bam says, I got a magic seed in a bird run today, man. Dude, that's super lucky. Congratulations. What a banger session so far, guys. 2.48 mil in profit, 36 viewers, and we've got 56 minutes. We've been streaming for 56 minutes, excuse me. But anyway. Flacco Kills Gaming says, how do I flip? It's pretty simple. I'll walk you through it right here. You pick an item, for example, we're going to do a blood rune first. Now, we've got the blood rune right here. We crank up the buy offer on the blood rune. Just one. You just want to buy one. And you let that buy up. You get the price on it. You turn around and you sell it for its cheapest price. And you collect that. Now, the blood rune's not going to be a good flip here today, but as you can see, we bought the blood rune for 382 GP and we sold it for 381. So we know that blood runes at their low point, we can buy for 381 GP, and we can turn around and sell them for 382 GP, which makes us 1 GP per blood rune. If you scale that up to the quantity traded every 4 hours that you can do, it's 25,000. So you can actually make 25K from buying and selling blood runes alone. That's how a flip works. And we have tons of guides on it on the channel if you don't know how to do it. We have, literally, I have so many flipping guides up there. I have 2 10 mil flipping guides. We have a 25 mil flipping guide, 50 mil flipping guide, 100 mil flipping guide. I'm going to do the 500 mil one soon. We've got tons of live stream content. We've got investing guides coming out. The investing guide is coming out on Wednesday this week, I believe. So oh geez, I almost knocked the microphone over. Get ready to see that investment guide, guys. It is literally, I put all my effort into it. It took me like 8 hours to make it. I did it all yesterday, and it's got a bunch of great tips to teach you guys how to successfully make investments in old school RuneScape. Kind of just like we were talking about earlier with flipping old school and how he did that. That guide is going to go through everything from finding an item to invest in, doing an analysis on the item to see if it actually is a good investment or not, and actually executing it. So on top of that, we're going to do a video where we walk through an investment from start to finish on one specific item, and that I'm actually doing right now, so it's kind of like an in-progress thing. Whew, sorry about that, guys. I had to rant for a little bit there, but thank you guys for tuning in today. Hopefully you are enjoying it. Drop a like if you are. And Snack Food, I saw you, man. Sorry, there was just a lot of people in the chat. Yo, new to the channel. Keep it up, Snack. It's funny to see you, man. Thanks for tuning in, though. I do appreciate it, man. I missed someone else's comment here. Let me see. Oh, it was PB. He says, PB says, I got my entire clan to buy me bulk green dragon hides off the GE, and it was making 500 GP per tan, and I was making around 12 to 13 mil per hour just tanning, but it was a little nice AFK earner. Honestly, the green leather has come down, not the green leather, the green dragon hide has come down a ton in price recently, man. So it's actually crazy to see how far it's come down in price, and I actually invested in so I've made a lot of investment mistakes in my time, but I've learned from them, and now I'm succeeding more than I'm failing, which is great. But I did actually make an investment in green dragon leather that I sold pretty early because it was going south, but it is crazy to see that green dragon leather is trading underneath 1,500 each. It's like the cheapest thing I've ever seen. That item in itself was so consistently above 1.6k for the longest time. So we're in groundbreaking times here in RuneScape, guys. You have no idea. Business suit, party hat. This makes me happy immediately, says Infilos, I think it's how I say your name. Thank you for stopping by, man. I hope you enjoy the fresh suit, the party hat fit. You know what it is, making millions here on the exchange like we do every day here, 2.6 mil in profit. And thanks for tuning in, guys. I mean, it's just a nice little easy Monday flipping session. Nothing crazy today. We are going to be wrapping up the session here in a couple of minutes, so that's why I'm not listing any more flips. But I want to see how much we actually ended up profiting today, because so I'm going to try to turn a lot of this around. Oh my god. Sometimes my commentary, guys, man, I just, you'd think that at this point in time I'd be a little bit better at it, but I'm still not. Let's do 3,250 is what we're going to sell this for. I wasn't supposed to tell you guys that, but I forget. I cover my margins now. Things are a lot different, okay? And we sold that off, no problems. Everything is selling off here very, very nicely. Those Carol's armor sets, I'm probably going to leave them in even after the stream ends, because they do actually have a pretty good margin on them. So we'll just sit back and let those things do their thing. Imp has subscribed to the channel. Thank you for joining the flipping team, man. I really do appreciate it. And excuse me, I hope you are enjoying the content. Drop a like if you are, and be sure to join us on Discord, guys. There is a link in the description below. We talk all about flipping in old school RuneScape. Whether you're a beginner flipper or an experienced flipper, we would love to have you join the Discord. I post a lot of my own personal flips in there. We have a ton of members. Like recently, so many people have been posting flips in the Discord. It is absolutely insane. So just thank you to everyone who's joined recently. We're growing like crazy, and I don't know, I just never thought we'd get to this point. So Broken Necks, good to see you, man. He says, an investing guide sounds awesome. Haven't really done much with that. Yes, it's super detailed as well. It's going up live this Wednesday, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard, which is typically when I upload videos. The tie is a little off. I don't know if you guys noticed that. Wait, it's got to go this way. Which, shoot, man. We're trying to look fancy at the exchange here, and we're messing it up. All right, there we go. PB says, well, RS3 is having a double XP event soon. I'm 1.2 bill invested in potential items to flip for OP prices. That's crazy, man. I mean, it sounds like, that's 1.2 bill RuneScape 3, I'm assuming, right? You didn't convert it to old school. That's still a lot of money, man. So best of luck on your investments. I'm sure it's not your first double XP weekend, so I'm sure you know what to invest in by this point. I would assume that after so many double XP weekends, people kind of get used to what goes up a lot in price, and I'm sure there's actually a decent amount of competition. Oh, I forgot to cut back this flip, but it's still working, which is great, but I did forget to cut that. And we're going to list that. I guess we'll just hang out for a minute, let these flips sell off. 1 hour and 3 minutes into the live stream today, guys. That's typically what we do. We go live Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and we stream about for an hour or so. But I think we're going to be live tomorrow as well, so I'll schedule that on YouTube. And yes, we wear the suit and the party hat every time, if you were curious. Look, you don't go to the Grand Exchange looking like a slob, okay? We dress it up fancy. We trade these items fancy all the time. It's a very important aspect of our stream. And the client's getting a little bit laggy here, so I'm glad we're kind of near the end of the session. You don't want the game to crash on us here. Oh, wait, I sold those incorrectly. Oh, no. Okay, we still made profit. That's great. Not as much, though. I accidentally listed them incorrectly. What did we walk away with on those? Still 29k profits. Not that bad. But anyway, really good session here. The GE is the best place for Fashionscape, as it's one of the most trafficked areas in the game by all players, man. Anyway, I think we're going to wrap up the session there, guys. Really, really solid session today. Actually, I'm just going to go back to the exchange because I have all these markers on screen now. I can't really leave the Grand Exchange without turning them off. But anyway, guys, really good session today. We're at basically 2.8 mil in profit so far, averaging about 2.6 mil an hour currently, with our most profitable flip being the Abyssal Bludgeon at 947k. Thank you guys for tuning in today. I hope you did enjoy it. Drop a like if you did. Be sure to join us on Discord if you want to learn more about flipping and improve your flipping skills. We'd love to have you if you're a beginner flipper or an experienced flipper. I think there's a lot you can learn there. Okay? Anyway, guys, thank you for tuning in today, and I'll see you all in the next one.